In this video, we're going to go over the daily operations of the Figure POS terminal. This is the login screen, and every employee is given a 4 to 6 digit PIN code with permissions of your choosing. And from here, they're able to sign in or clock in and out. If an employee has multiple positions, they're able to choose the appropriate one for the shift upon clocking in. I'm going to go ahead and log in as an administrator with all permissions. Roles and permissions can be restricted by logging into figurepos.com. And when you sign in, you're going to see one of three screens depending on what you have defaulted. The most common is the menu screen, which allows for quick order entry upon signing in. There's the layout screen, which is your floor plan if you have one. And the order screen is a current list of your paid and unpaid orders. You can get back to the menu screen at any time by hitting New to start a new order. Let's take a look at the order details in the top left. The most important piece of information here is going to be the order number. It's essential for referencing tickets in the back office and can always be found right here under Figure or on printed tickets as the first line under the total. And underneath that up top there, you'll see the date and time that the order was created, as well as how much time has elapsed. And the assignee tab is who the order is currently assigned to, which can be changed here if necessary. The assignment tab is where you designate whether an order is for delivery, to go, for here, catering, or you can always add a custom assignment on the fly. If you're using the layout feature, then the table under which you opened the order will display as the assignment. The customer tab is very important if you're using a loyalty program as it tracks purchases and points towards future rewards. You can quickly search for a customer by name, phone number, or email. And if you enter a phone number that isn't associated with any customer in your database, you can click New, and it will recognize that that's a phone number and already start filling out new customer information for you. And you can add relevant information here. You can also create a temporary customer if you're just taking an order for a to-go order and don't wish to save it. And next to that is the guest tab, which tracks how many guests are at this table if you're using the layout feature as well. You can also change the point at which automatic gratuity applies. Let's go ahead and enter an order by adding items. Click on appetizers to add a few. Pre-programmed modifiers can really streamline the order entry process as you're only viewing the modifiers relevant to the item that you're working on. There's also a spot on every item where you can add something that the customer wants that you don't normally offer with that item and charge appropriately. Let's bring in a drink as well. We'll go to vodka, bring in Tito's, make that straight up, extra dirty with blue cheese olives. And with iPad gestures, you can quickly change the number of items that you're bringing in by swiping left to right and right to left to decrease those and ultimately delete them. You can create a quick copy of an item by tapping and holding it, and that will copy over all the modifiers. That copy you can go in and edit to if necessary, if they want regular olives this time. Okay, and once we're happy with our order, we can go ahead and send it by hitting the order button in the bottom middle of the screen. You'll see that all the items before they're sent are white, and once we hit order, they turn blue, confirming that they have indeed been sent. If an item is sent and it turns gray, it has not gone to a printer and needs some attention on where that is supposed to be sent to. Okay, and once the guest is ready to pay, we can hit print to present them with the check. And once they've provided payment, we can click charge, which will bring up our payment options. Initialize will start your credit card reader where you can insert a chip, tap a card, or tap a phone. And underneath that are the cash payment options with some common denominations for the current bill. So if you click on 90, it's going to tell you they're due $6.17 change. And when a printer is connected, like it is not with my account, you'll have the option of printing a merchant copy and a customer copy. These can be defaulted on or one on. You can also enter an email address to send a copy via email. You also have one last chance to add your customer. Bring up that screen again. And when you're through, you can hit finish to finalize the order, and it'll bring you back to the order screen where you're ready to enter a new one. Let's take a look at how Figure handles multiple forms of payment. Select a few items, order them, and when we hit charge, split pay up in the top right hand corner will bring us a couple of options. We can add custom, or say if you want to put $30 on the card and the rest cash, or a similar situation. Split evenly is when you're handed a stack of credit cards and they'd like to be charged the same amount on each one. And split by items is going to be the most popular one, where you can go in and select which items go on each split. The best practice is to hit print check and proceed and continue the split until all items have been selected. And once they have, you can hit charge to start charging the first split on the list and working your way down. And then this is closing out an order like any other one that we went over already. You can see that the first split has been paid and the second one still needs a payment. So we'll hit charge next. And once we hit finish, it's going to finalize the order and bring us back to the menu screen. Let's also take a look at how to process refunds, but let's first make sure that we know how to find the order that we're looking to refund. So clicking on the Orders tab in the top right-hand corner will bring you to your current list of paid and unpaid orders. The items on this list are always going to be sorted by default by time, with the most recent one appearing at the top. You can sort each column, as well as filter by these tabs up here: assignee, source, status, and date. Assignee is if you just want to go in and take a look at Chris's orders. You can clear your filters with this X over here. You can filter by source if you wanted to look at POS, online, or self-service kiosk orders. Status will allow you to see only open orders, if that's what you're looking for. And you can go in and search by date: today, yesterday, future orders, or select any date you like. You can also use the search bar over here to search by assignee, order total, or order number. The order number can always be found over here under figure and on printed checks right underneath the total. Let's search for, and if the order number is outside the past 7 days, you can hit show more orders and it will pull that up for you as well. Okay, so let's process a refund. The one that we just created was a split order. So when we hit refund, we have a couple of different options. We can do a full refund on the entire bill. You can refund an item if you're looking to do just one specifically. You can refund one of the split payments if you like, or you can do a dollar amount on either one of those as well. Let's process a refund on one of our splits right here. So if we hit all, it's going to confirm that we're looking to refund this $17.28 portion of the bill. We can hit confirm, and you can see that it's been deducted right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a new order and process a refund on that. We'll close this out to cash and go to our orders list. We can see over here that the one that we just did has a partial refund on it. Double tap this order and hit refund. We can hit full refund to do the entire amount of the check. Confirm that. And let's create another new order. And when we hit charge, we'll close that out to cash. Let's go to our order list. This is the one that we just created. Double tap that and hit refund. And let's refund an item this time. And much like the split check screen, you're able to select the item or items that you'd like to refund. And you're also able to select the type of payment if there was multiple. This one was just cash, so we'll double tap that one and hit confirm. We can see here that it reflected the $24.97 that came off. This is the original amount of the order minus the refund, which leaves you how much your order was collected for. And let's go over one more type. We'll close this order out. Go back into our list. Hit refund. And when we click on this, we're able to type in an amount. If we want to do $18, refund 18 appears here in the corner. When we click that, it'll ask us for a confirmation, and we can confirm that we refunded $18. Let's take a look now at how to adjust credit card tips. There's two ways to do this with Figure. The first is via the orders list. You can navigate to the order that you got a tip on, double tap it, and hit adjust tip. And you can enter that here. And it's imperative that you hit the adjust by button on the bottom of the screen if you'd like that tip to apply to the check. If you don't, it will not. I'm not going to do that for this demo, but that's how you need to do it if you want to collect that tip. Alternatively, up in the top left-hand corner, you can hit Figure and Operations and Tip Adjustment, where you can bulk adjust your tips for the day, like so. And then once again, it's necessary to hit this Adjust Tips button or else these changes will not apply. And it's also important that you do this the same day because once the batch has settled, it's not going to be possible to add a tip on after that point. You have to check with your merchant service provider whether that's done manually or automatic. But once again, once that has been done, it's not possible to add a tip on.